All right, let's go ahead and get started, guys. How's everybody doing? Where's my chat? There's nobody in here. This is unreal, unfair, crying face. I'll start it off. Go ahead. Come on. Hey, look, you replied. That's awesome. It's clash time. That's right. It's time to cast some homes. Okay, so guys, doing a little thinking about the deck. I really like it the way that it is, but we might be able to talk about a little tech that we can play in our little sideboard options, right? So there's like our stock baseboard that we want to use. We're going to start today by going over the different options that I've been kind of thinking about. Okay, so we got some spice in here, right? We got some spice. So the big thing, I'll go ahead. I got a lot of matchups in this now. I'm trying to figure out a best way to go over what I believe is stock, right? So, excuse me, for the most part, I think at this point, Crown of Dominion is probably stock. I really, really like it. So I'm going to keep that in the deck. And then I think you need one other hat. The options I'm kind of running back and forth on is like, obviously Crown of Providence is good against pretty much everything because you can fix your hand. There's always a situation where you're able to use it. Balance of Justice is a block 5 effectively in the matchups that you need it. So it's a little bit higher roll. So we kind of have to look at the overlaps of when we would want to use Crown of Providence and if the Crown of Providence is that much significantly better than the Crown of Dominion. Okay. See someone is cooking. Yeah, it's me. I'm the one. I'm cooking. Call me Chef. Chef Ed. Instead of Ed Knight, I'm Ed Chef. So other stock cards that I'm going to talk about. Obviously, we are going to have to keep Chokeslam. This meta is everybody's just pumping the shit out of everything. So Chokeslam, Zealous Belting, if we're playing Ganathos, which obviously we are. I don't think we have the opportunity to cut that. And then your Spinals, your E-Strikes, your Rousey Ancients, those are all stock. Some number of disables. So talking about the cards that are not so much stock, right? That's going to be disable, obviously concuss. This is a weird one. And we'll talk about why that's here and why I think it might be okay. And this could just be like my delusional self just thinking that, hey, we need more discards. We don't have Crippling Crush. Let's make our own Crippling Crush type thing. But, excuse me. I think some number disable is just one of the best disruption here. But yeah, so everything else is the way that we believe it to be. I was talking to some people. Some people are taking the option to get to cut out muscle. I don't particularly like that, especially if you're running your Anathos plan. You kind of just need to kill him. Does Chokeslam work on Ward's counter? No, it does not. So Chokeslam says specifically attack action cards. Does not work on the counters and the wards because those are considered weapons. Unfortunately, if it did, this card would be nutso. But the reason this card is so good is because it's good against the ninjas and it's good against assassins. It's good against brute in general when they blood rush and KO makes a bunch of mites. So there's just turns where this inherently gets value. And then lastly, Azalea, right? Or maybe not lastly. There's a lot of other decks that this is pretty good against. But Azalea, if you can turn off their entire turn by pummeling this and ripping their hand apart, or if you throw this, they have to give you 2 cards. They're not going to be able to dominate really well, at least dominate for some big number and present a bunch of disruption. In the mirror, I like it because it's a 4 for 8, and it also turns off the opposing pummels and other might tokens if they're doing the Gold Main Estate, or if you're playing against other guardians, predominantly pummel, right? So yeah, this card has a lot of versatility in a lot of matchups, and that's the way I like to build my decks, is to have a lot of versatility. Okay, so what are the most versatile cards? Obviously, you want to be playing Spinal and Chokeslam because they're the highest relevance when it comes to disruption. Disable is the next highest, as well as Command and Conquer. Command and Conquer because of the text. I don't know why this is fabled, but because of the text on it where it says I can't use defense reactions on this is just a very huge card, and it's disable, but make it 3 less. But it's 1 less card that you have to use for your actual like activation, right? Everybody knows this. So the option that we were playing around with before is we had Debilitate over the Concuss slot. Okay, this is our like other disruption piece slot that I'm trying to figure out. So Debilitate in general is just, it's okay. You know, it's a pretty good card. Like, it's a 2-card 8, but evaluated at a 10 if it crushes. So most of the time it demands some amount of cards out of the opponent. Otherwise, they're going to get a negative attack, like deficit, right, on whatever they're doing. But when you're playing against things like Zen, and Zen is really popular, this card doesn't really do a whole lot there. Because they're going to go like 15 wide anyway, so their first attack getting -2, like who cares? For them, they just literally don't give a crap. It's just okay against Azalea. It's like fine enough. It's really good in the mirror. I actually like this card more so than I do Chokeslam. It has utility into Warriors, right? So just against the decks that you're already kind of like doing okay against, it's better into. So like that's a reason where this would be my first cut. If you're going to make a cut, I think it's there. The other option was Humble. I actually think this card is really, really strong, but I want to explore some other options because I could just default to Humble and say, hey, you know, this is the best 2 for 6. The best other option that's similar to Command and Conquer, where we're going to 3-card with Tunic counter Pummel and then turn off whatever the opponent is doing, right? So if it's KO, it makes it where the Blood Rush Billow turns are worse. They can't easily Wild Ride, Pulping, all that kind of stuff because it makes it to where the second text on their hero ability, or I guess it's the first text, whichever text says that when the cards are not actively on the chain link, they get +1 power. So this card is pretty underrated for that case. You know, like if you could play a Sleep Dart in Guardian, would you? Think about that, right? Just make it a 2 for 6. The only downside is it's a block 2, which is why I'm hesitant. Otherwise, I think this card would be pretty much a staple sideboard card in some number or capacity. Weakest Link is the other one, but what I found is going through the math and what the overlap is between matchups is if we're cutting Debilitate and we're putting in Weakest Link, it's good against KO. It's pretty good against the new Mystic decks because they have all of these instants and like cheese and whatnot that you could technically like kind of get them if you do like a pummel play or something like that. But most of the time this isn't going to hit, and if it does hit, you know it's literally just a worse hammer, right? What about Crest of the Weak Red? We could talk about that one too. That one should be in the maybe board. I haven't played it, but that's another reason for the overlap of the card is the main reason that I haven't really entertained it as much. Because personally, in my testing, I haven't had like a huge problem with Zen. They can just kill you just out of nowhere. Zen is great, but I don't know. It's a little narrow in that sense, to where let me kind of show you what I'm talking about. We'll explain with numbers. Okay, so if we are playing against Azalea, right, and we have this Concuss, okay, you have to play Crest of the Weak in this case. Okay, Crest of the Weak is basically entirely dead against this matchup. You, on the Brute side, you know, you want to play one of these cards? No, not really, right? These cards are all pretty bad, so, like, that's another card that it's just actually dead. So, like, you have this overlap, at least with the way the deck is designed now, that it doesn't really fit the slot. Like, the puzzle piece isn't being rearranged in the proper spot. You're trying to put a corner piece in the middle, and it's not doing its thing. So I think this card is great. I just think you have to retweak the deck, and the way that I have it built is pretty much like 95% there. Okay. Hopefully that makes sense. But that being said, what cards are good into these other random matchups, right? So Azalea, right? Well, this card's good against everybody, which is kind of why I was leaning towards this concuss situation. And if you notice too, because I'm looking at maybe playing the concuss, our flex blue slot is Clash and Bite. Now, this does harm consistency ever so slightly on your Rousey Ancients, and it doesn't really change anything on your Zealous Belting. But the downside, main downside, is when you're playing against KO. In this case, I have it set to Brute, just period. When you're playing against Brute, you aren't really allowed to take this card out. And a lot of times, because of the nature of, like, especially against KO, they're going to win just a random clash, or you're going to tie and nothing's going to happen. And then, but if they win, you give them just a whole bunch of extra stuff. You can, like, have a turn where all they were going to do is send, like, a Command and Conquer for 6. Well, now it's a Command and Conquer for 7. Now you have to give them entirely another card if you have an arsenal that you're trying to protect. So I'm a little hesitant on playing this card. That's why I was hesitant with playing Clash of Vigor as well. But there is reason now if you're playing something like Concuss, or the other option, which I kind of bounce back and forth on, is Thump. Okay, so in summary, I'm looking at Humble, the weakest link, Thump, Concuss, which is what I kind of want to try today, just because it's the lowest cost of the most, overlapping ability and disruption. So we'll try that. Again, Crush the Weak I think is fine, but if you play this card, I think you have to restructure it to where you probably have to cut some of these Go Again cards, or trim down to where you could do something along these lines, where you start playing a bunch of, like, or not a bunch, but some random 2-ofs, and then you could play 3 of these for that case. Like, just play with your numbers, see what your sideboard wants, and you'll be fine. But again, for me, I want to play 3 of these cards. I want to play 3, 3, 3, and 3. So I want to be 12. I want to be consistent. I want to be smacking the crap out of them, right? So let me go through the kind of idea with this. So because I put stuff in the sideboard and rearrange things, everything's going to be broken. Against Arachne, the only card I would side out is Outmuscle. You could even play this card. I see no issue with playing this card. It's just you probably don't need it. So, and you already have 33 blues. 33 is half. We're willing to go to 50% blues in most matchups, because in the matchups where we're playing like Brute, we're already going to be on 50% blues. So that's 30 blues, right? So in this case, 33, 66, 50%. So consistency still there ratio-wise. Before I go too far into it, let's talk about the other options. So Norn gloves versus Norn boots. So I've had that. That's one question that I've received. It's just like, okay, which one would you pick? It's a little complicated, but I think right now you probably want your boots, because you get to play something like Snapdragon Scalers or Time Skippers. I think both of these are great cards, especially if you're expecting to play against a lot of Prism. You're going to want the Time Skippers just in case they do get to, like, ALS loop you, right? And if you're playing Time Skippers, we'll see what my Prism matchup looks like. So this would be Time Skippers instead. Then I would likely play Outmuscle over one of these bigger cards. Oh, maybe not, because I have the Concuss. Excuse me, that's a little bit different. But if this was Thump, I would probably play the Outmuscle, just because it's a popper, and then it's also something that you can use if you have your blue, or 3 blue hand, and your you crack your Time Skippers, you attack with your Titan's Fist, then you put your last blue, you have another card that you can actually play with. Don't really want it against them in general, because I don't want to be sending that at their face super often. It's good against the Angels, but if you can pair it with a Pommel, obviously that's good. But they have so many 6s just inherently by having all of those Heralds, that this card is almost never going to have Go Again unless you just staple a Might to it. But let's go back. So I've explained why Crown of Providence is not in this iteration of the deck currently, because the deck's really tight. Honestly, that's the answer. The deck is just really tight. So I think I value this more in the matchups where I would be playing it than I value Crown of Providence. In the matchups where honestly I could just play Crown of Dominion and not really miss the armor that much. Like, kind of sucks, but this is all what testing is for. So I'm going to go back to Snapdragon Scalers. The idea with Snapdragon Scalers, there's only one card in the deck that this works with, and that's E-Strike. But there are situations where you need to kind of take a gamble play where you play E-Strike, draw a card, hoping to draw a blue or something along those lines. You crack your Snapdragon Scalers if you draw the blue, and then you can go one extra chain link wide. That's important against Enigma sometimes. Or you can just make it 7 if you have a whole bunch of extra cards. That's 2 extra damage, which is another thing against Enigma you can do to kind of present a breakpoint that will get rid of some of their warp. Same thing with Vambrace. If you go Zealous Belting into Hammer, you have your extra floating anyway, so you get to use Vambrace. Or your Tunic, right? So you Rouse the Ancients, you want to keep your arsenal, you Tunic Vambrace. You know, there's a lot of options here. The only thing this would be, honestly, would be the extra AB, I believe, or the extra hat. I just don't know if it's worth it. These cards might be better for the upcoming meta. Okay. So, right now I'm kind of back and forth between Thump and Concuss. If you don't know the difference, we can talk about that real quick. So, Concuss is a 3 for 6. This is also a Living Legend All-Star in Starvo, right? Because if it gets power greater than its base, then they discard a card if it hits, right? I said that way out of order, but you get the idea. This card says basically the exact same thing, but if it has greater power than its base when you play it, it has Dominate as well. Okay? So this card is actually better when you are trying to chain your gold main estates. So if you're able to generate a bunch of mites, this card is super good. Right, so you 10 Dominate, make them discard a card. It's great. It's so good. But the 4 power is kind of what threw me off. And the reason I'm thinking Concuss might be the way to go is if you look at Zen here, okay? So the difference between Concuss and Thump. What happens when you play a Concuss? They block the card. Obviously, they block the card, so they're going to give you 3 cards. What happens when you play a Thump? They're going to block and give you your armor. You can take their armor a little bit more prematurely, but you're not really going to stop their turn that they're trying to plan, and sometimes it just doesn't line up anyway. But the upside of having Concuss is it's one less one less resource that you have to commit. So if you do draw the dreaded all red hand and you have the might, you trounced, but you drew another red, this card is very playable. The other side is this can be, with Tunic Counter, a 3-card pummel play off of your trounce if you win the trounce and you get your Vigor token. So there's a little bit of flexibility there. At least with the trounce, Thump is a little bit better. I want to kind of put in a poll and see what you guys think before we start actually playing games. And while we're going through the deck matchups, we'll figure out what you guys want to do. Okay, so how do I start a poll? Start a poll, okay. Thump or Concuss. Which spice should we play? Okay, so help me out, guys. Help me out. I'm not convinced that these cards are going to be as meta relevant as we need, but I think they're fine options. And if this happens to be really good, I'm like super ecstatic because this is one of the first cards that I saw when I started like really getting into the competitive side of the game. I was like, man, I love this. This card is super sick. But yeah, Concuss is probably just a little more flexible is the idea. Okay, so let's talk about the matchups. And I've gone through a little bit more of these like I've been saying. And basically, all you have to do, if you've been looking at my other list and you've liked it and you enjoyed it, the only real change is Concuss is replacing Debilitate. Some of the sideboard pieces are a little bit different. And yeah, that's pretty much it. The blues, you never take out these blues anyway, so you're not really going to miss it. So Arachne, you're playing 66. Azalea, you're playing your straight 60. There's not many other decks that you're going to be playing above 60. Warrior, you can go 63. So much armor, Dominate isn't as strong. That's true. That's what I was getting at. But still, ripping cards, it still does its job, right? Is kind of what I'm getting at. So I think Thump, if you play it against Zen, just kind of brainstorm with me here. You play it against Zen, and they want to block it all completely. They have to give you armor pieces that they might not want to get rid of. So that's kind of like why I'm very 50-50 on which one to play. Okay, so Azalea, we're playing just the standard array of cards here. So playing Trounce, notice, again, I'll reiterate, there's no defense reactions in this deck. So Azalea can actually be a little tough. As long as you win the majority of your clashes, which you should win the game, even if they're kind of high-rolling you. Don't get frustrated and concede, because there's actually a game that happened to me where I was getting frustrated and I was like, I'm ready to concede this game on Talishar. Like, this dude is just high-rolling the piss out of me, and every single time I block with the tested strength, I lose. Because I reveal like a Trounce or a the Goldmane Estate or something along those lines. And I was like, you know what? Here, we'll just limit test. We'll see what's going on. And I came this close to beating them. This close. It was actually insane. I was like, okay, this matchup is actually just almost unlosable unless you lose every single clash like I did that one game. And then drew multiple all red hands. So, in a normal Talishar game, I would just be like, no, I'm good. Like, we're done. We'll try it again. But yeah, I literally got them down to like 1 with all the just like non-functional hands. There would be turns where like I attack them, they send something back at me, I make a play to where it's like, okay, I have to win this Trounce so I can do things. Then I lose the Trounce or something, and then now I have like this all red hand or like 1 red and a blue, and it's like a spinal, I can't play it. So I like literally hammer. Like that is the majority of the turns. It's that bad. And I still almost get there. So, yeah. Anyway. So, Balance of Justice here. You just have to have your armor just for your like proper pivot. Once you get a good pivot and you can like keep chaining the disruption, I think you're fine. Balance of Justice second ability. Instant ability is almost never going to happen. I guess it technically could. Like, if you lose a Trounce, they have a gold, they activate Death Dealer, they crack the gold. Like, maybe? I guess? I don't know. It's not super often. Maybe if they have two ponders. That's it. That's it. Draw in the turn. I don't know if you get a window, but we can try it. We'll see. Brute, so this is going to be the exact same as the other list, where we're not playing the 2 blocks. We are playing Trounce because, you know, to win against a KO, you got to win some clashes. That's just how it goes, right? That's how it goes. I'm playing our balance and all the normal things. Nothing new here. If you have questions, I'm going too fast, please stop me. Say something in the chat. Enigma, this is the one illusionist that doesn't actually, like, send any arcane. So you don't need the arcane. So you just get to play all the good stuff, which is pretty cool. So Snapdragon Scalers, Crown of Dominion. We're just going fast and trying to make their day hard. So with this structure of the deck, you'll notice that some of these like disruptions pieces get boarded out almost entirely. So you kind of get to pick and choose what your 4th one is that you're going to be playing. Spinal Crush being the most relevant here. They have a bunch of instant speeds that they'll put into their arsenal, or defense reactions, such as Sable, pretty bad. Concuss, low power, don't need it. Chokeslam, literally doesn't do anything against most of their stuff. So, I don't think it does anything to anything. So this is the spicy one here. There was a window to pop balance post ponder. I guess there isn't, yeah. I guess there isn't, based on your comment. But This one I have been testing a little bit here too. And maybe it's just me getting a little bit lucky, but having Aura Mages with the Crown of Dominion has felt actually nuts. Like it's kind of crazy how good it can be, because the first time you see a visit, immediately up +3. So let's think about this mathematically, okay? So I'm going to put it in this matchup note so you can kind of see what I'm saying. Okay, so you have two block on the shield, +3 from Golden Sun. Okay, so that is equal to 5. That was the math before. What is the face for? What is the face for? So now that we have the new card, we already have gold, play, visit the gold main estate, immediately get +3. So as long as you just don't like immediately go crazy on your Golden Sun and crack your shield or your other gold, then you're going to get 2 block plus immediate 3 might plus guaranteed 3 from your Golden Sun. And at this point, like, the math just gets out of hand, right? So we're sacrificing 2 block for 3 offensive value. I think this is actually really strong. The only downside is your Zealous Beltings are now a little bit worse, but that's okay because we have Chokeslam to pair it with. We also have your Golden Sun. You know, you have your 6 4-power cards plus, you know, E-Strike. There's a lot of options that you can do. And if you have your Tunic counter, you get the Zealous Belting, smack that, and then still send 4. It's still pretty strong. All the faces. Everybody's sending faces. I don't understand. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and end the poll. It seems like people want to see the concuss. So talking about Kano, you just die. I have accepted this fate, and you should too. But we're still going to play the things. This is actually a matchup where Thump would actually kind of be better, because if you do play like an estate and then you like Arsenal the Thump, you get to play it next turn. Like, they can't just sit there and do whatever. But in general, this card is still probably just better. So we're going to go Crown Dominion, Tunic, Northern Gloves, and Snapdragon Scalers. The way we're going to play here is, what is the math usually? I think you want to go first. You just want to like smack the crap out of them as hard as you can when you have less AB. I always get this mixed up. It's like the word effect and affect, and I'm saying that purposely. I always like mess up those. Okay, so yeah, AB1, you're probably going to lose, but even with AB3, you're probably going to lose anyway because of the new Kindle combo situation. Against Mech, this is the reason I actually like Snapdragon Scalers a lot, is because if you notice at the bottom right, it has 0 block, okay? So when they T-bone you, you can just throw this in front of it and nothing matters. They're just like, oops, you know, I was trying to get your Tunic, and it's like, not today. No Tunic today. Now, if they like triple T-bone you, then like, whatever, eat shit. Like, we're done. But that's like super uncommon. So specifically Max will try to do that. Dash will generally not do that. And if they are doing that, they're winning anyway because they're playing Boost Dash. So then Teklo, they probably play T-bones, but not like a significant amount. So it's mainly only Max, so you have to kind of worry about it. But yeah, we're playing all these cards that we generally would. Playing Spinal over any of these other disruptive pieces because we just don't really care about these. Disable might be okay against Max, might be a little bit better, but Spinal is just always very strong, especially if they're trying to mid-range with you. Okay, against New, right? This is the matchup where I would want Crown of Providence generally, but I think you can get by with Crown of Dominion. A lot of times you're going to take just a ton of damage anyway. The only time you would really use your Crown of Dominion is to A, fix your hand, or B, get yourself out of one of their Arsenal disruption plays. But in a way, I play this deck against them. I don't generally Arsenal a whole lot, as weird as that sounds. So I just kind of like push as much as I can. Just push. And we present more damage to them than they do to us, so it's usually fine. especially with all this go again. So again, taking out all of this, Choke Slam is different than the Spinals. Choke Slam is way more relevant text against New because they have so many pumps. It doesn't affect their red pump on their dagger though, so just keep that in mind. Still might have to play around that. I'm still learning some of their cards too. Okay, so Prism, this one is also interesting. So this is why we are on the Northern Gloves, because we can play Snapdragon Scalers if we so choose. I'm kind of... I have a little bit of a reservation of going to the Scalers, though. Because if I want to play Crown of Dominion, then I do really like having the armor in case they present something like... I think it's Pierce Reality is the aura that gives +2, right? So they have that, and then they play a Passing Mirage, okay? And then they play something like Herald of Erudition, and it's coming in for 7, right? Like, having the armor can actually be very, very clutch. So this one I'm not super, super comfortable with just yet on the armor situation. I think you can play it a whole bunch of different ways, but the guaranteed is that you're going to want Aura Mages, you're going to want Finals Tunic, you're going to want gloves, and you're going to want your disc, because you have to pair something with your shield. But I can be swayed either way with any of these cards. So Snapdragon Scalers, if you are trying to just aggro the crap out of them, if you don't use them before they actually set up combo, you have to start doing the cleanup crew, right? And they kind of get wasted, which is kind of why I was like, well, Civic Steps might be a little bit better. Then if you're playing Civic Steps, you have the liberty to play Crown of Dominion. If you're playing Scalers and Crown of Dominion, you're a little soft to some of those plays like I was just talking about. But if you're playing Snapdragon, you could play Balance, so when they do actually tome you can get the extra draw card, and then you can get the value off of your E-Strike from your Snapdragon Scalers. Jesus, can't even talk. So many things to think about. But right now, I think I want to try this because it's a little bit in the middle, and it's going to make the Visit the Goldmane Estates better. Another thing to note, just like Seismic Surges in the past, the Mites cracking will also give them a window of opportunity to play an ALS on you, which also sucks. So, if that happens, again, with that... Yeah, I don't... this matchup's weird. It's super weird. You think you like this Snapdragon Scalers and Balance loadout? I think it's fine. I don't think you can legitimately aggro. Maybe you can't. Maybe you need to force them. Maybe you need to force them down. Okay, let's try that. We'll do this next time. And then, well, even then, right? Like, we're not super duper aggro because we're on the Fist. Because you want the Aura Mages because of the block value that it presents. I think I'm going to keep Dominion because we're playing Aegis, and then we're going to play Civic Steps. Oh, do they not? Okay, well, we need to look at Mites. We'll look at the tokens in just a little bit. Okay, Riptide. I know somebody in the Victor Discord was talking about you want to see what your Riptide situation is. This is what I'm doing against Riptide. I don't want any of these go-again attacks because they gain go-again. They don't inherently have it, so it turns on a lot of their traps. If that's what they're doing against you, if they're playing trap heavy, sure, whatever. Then I generally play Anathos, but never swing it for additional. Okay, so Mites don't. That's awesome. Okay, this because of that reason, this loadout's way better in my opinion. But I think they're very close anyway. I said they're way better, and then they're very close. You know, I think they're close. I think that one probably has a little bit of edge in my mind, at least. Okay, so Riptide, we're doing this. We're playing all the block cards. You don't really have to go above 60. They're really not going to fatigue you generally. You just play this mid-rangey plan. Try not to get your stuff pumped unless you know that their Buzzsaw Trap is gone, or they're not playing like a bunch of inertia, or you are playing in a sense where the inertia wouldn't matter. The inertia trap. So, pretty simple. Azuri is also one of these weirder ones. So, I think I like playing the extra armor. And so if I'm playing the extra armor, I'm okay with playing Crown of Dominion. If I'm okay with playing Crown of Dominion, I'm okay with playing Concuss and all these other disruptive pieces here, which means I don't necessarily need any of this go again attack stuff, which then in turn means probably don't play Anathos, right? Or I guess that kind of circles back to the beginning of the argument. And you can just kind of outvalue them with your visits and your extra block cards and whatnot. I'm sending big attacks that are disruptive. Yeah, pretty easy. Viserai. Okay, this one of the main reasons you have to run Nolring. You still have to respect this guy. A lot of times, if they're on mid range, they're probably not going to beat you because you could just start playing a little more defensive. They still can. I don't want to say that they can't, but they can still get Viserai hands. Whereas if they're playing the combo side, where they're going to just stack a bunch of rune chants, send a ninth blade with whatever, and then like give it go again because of creepers, so on and so forth, and they send just a big spirit bomb. That's what I always called it. If you know Dragon Ball, you know what I'm talking about. This is the only real way to kind of get around that. I just noticed that I have a bunch of these cards here. I think Test of Strength is probably okay, even though it doesn't do a whole lot. You can play Spinal, because they're going to be playing a bunch of defense reactions, right? And if they are mid range, you still want your 4 block if they're playing the Nebula Blade. That's what I was trying to remember. But yeah, Snapdragon Scalers. You have no blocking armor, so that kind of sucks. They do some breakpoints if they're on mid range, but yeah, you gotta hedge for the one that you're more likely to see, and most of the time is going to be the combo one. Okay, against Vincent, it's almost completely different. You're playing this mid-rangey / like almost fatigue style with them, and you don't want any of these go again cards. I actually cut E-Strike for Rousey Ancients because it's a blue and it allows us to play more around the rune chant generation that they're going to be building. If they're not paying specifically into their hero power, like paying alive to push the rune chants forward, then you can sometimes turn off their creepers if they're trying to make a certain line. Yeah, it's just situational. I don't think the 2 block is that big. Honestly, it's a 3 block most of the time. So, in a way, if you think about it, it's arcane pitch. Then lastly, Warriors and Zen. So against the Warriors, Crown of Dominion, we're playing all the go again cards. I am playing 63. Choke Slam does nothing, and then Concuss is mid. So 63 is fine. If you're playing against Dory, you're going to want the extra cards anyway. And then I think you just generically play Anathos and everything. The only one that's different is if you're playing against Bolton. I don't think you want 63. I think you want to go down to 60. And if that's the case, the card I would probably cut is Disable. I think it's Disable because the Spinal is just such disruption at certain points. Like you can kind of catch them off guard if they're trying to go off, right? And then Zen don't really have to talk a whole lot about him. I think we already did. But all the block cards, Balance of Justice, very pivotal for Zen. And then none of the Gogan cards that block 2. That's it. So let's get some games. Let's try this Concuss. Let's make some people sad. All right, so this is Cast Home's copy, I believe. Yes, it is. Okay. Just to make sure. Yep, there's the Concusses. Okay, let's hit our Zen button. We got 60 here. Make sure that we got all of our equipment properly. Good luck, have fun. Let's play this. All right, embarrass me, please. Embarrass me. Let me switch this phone so it's not as loud. Okay. There's not a whole lot that I really want to do with this hand. I think I'm okay with just passing. We can honestly heave this Thunderquake. It's like fine. Let's go with that. I will not be attending Nats, unfortunately, but if I was going to Nats, I would I'm like 90% sure I would be on this deck just because I really enjoy it. It's fun, and I think it's fine. There's a lot to say about someone's experience on a deck. Not trying to toot my own horn, but I feel like I play Guardian better than I play most other decks that aren't just inherently the best deck. Like I did okay with Lexi before, but that wasn't that significantly hard. Oh, it's Art of War time. Art of War, Bonds of Ancestry, 3 cards, drawing cards. We already know what's up. Bittering Thorns. When this hits, this attack action gets +1 this turn. Okay, oops, sorry. Didn't mean to take so long their opponent. Let's, I'm probably going to give up this Golden Sun and then try to arsenal this. We don't want them to get free value off this, so I think this is probably fine. Clash. There's no way we lose this most of the time. So, this is also really good with Command and Conquer, too. One thing to think about, if we didn't specifically have Seismic Surges, this would be pretty strong. Why is it? Oh, it's because I have an instant speed. Let's just give this... We can keep some of this armor, I suppose. There's really no huge reason to give them a bunch of stuff. They're just gonna arsenal, sure. All right, so 2 card 9. I do like this. This is pretty good. 2 card 9. And it's a blue. That's crazy. Okay, so they're getting that. Maybe it's another Art of War. Yeah. So they're gonna get rid of the tiger for obvious reasons. We do have Tunic counter coming up, and we're gonna have this Trounce ready to go. We've already used the Aegis, so we're happy to block with the Trounce, so we can sack this if we need to. Deck is structured in a way that most of the time you don't have to. But they're tanking really hard. It seems like they probably didn't draw what they probably needed. They're sifting. Okay. Interesting. Hey, this could be the tech guys. Everybody, get your pens and paper out. Take notes. Sift might be the sauce. The sauce. Okay, we're going to block with this and this. Hopefully we don't have to do the crack thing. Hey, we didn't. Hey, that card's pretty good too. So we can actually block. So what is this? +1? Sure. That's fine. I'm going to take a couple extra damage here. Unfortunate, but whatever. Okay, they are zenning. They're getting that nicotine pouch, I tell you what. Grade A fiberglass right in the upper lip. Okay, so if they played a red, the next attack, this one's coming in for 5 as well. Let's go ahead and crack this. We might as well. Why not? This has no on hit, so that doesn't particularly matter. We're going to keep the armor as much as we can. We could theoretically keep the tunic, but I think Spinal just like actually shuts down almost everything they can possibly do. So in that case, we know we're not going to keep this card, period. So we'll just give a disable and we'll try to block as efficiently as possible. They have 3 more cards in hand. We have 2 more cards to give, right? That's fine. We're not going to block one. Cockra. I think that's how you say that word. I think we're going to take this one too. Because again, we want to give 2 cards. I'm okay with giving this card because this doesn't affect any of our math if they just decided not to do anything else. Okay. Yeah, so good reason to keep that armor like I was talking about. Now we get to send this Spinal back. That was a really good turn from them. I'm impressed. So now we're going to play Spinal off of 2 cards for 10. Power of this deck. Man, I love Might tokens. They're so cool. I need to find the image and I'll post it, but I had a buddy who made Might tokens where it's me just like flexing, just doing this. And everybody's been calling it the Ed Might token. It's pretty funny. I thought it was funny. This hand is mid. Very mid. But I guess the best thing we can do is play Spinal. Obviously, we're not playing Concuss. We don't have a way to make it bigger. This Command and Conquer does nothing. So yeah, let's just do this. Fortunate that we're pitching a Trounce. But hey, at least they do pitch unlike Gorganian Tome and other cards. Just chain the Disruption. They still have their Traverse. They don't have their Stride anymore. So I guess armor for an armor. Not terrible. Do have 1 gold. Anytime we find a visit, a Cast Homes, we're going to get that +3. It's going to be awesome. Okay, blocking with the Tiger Swipe. Let's look at the structure of the deck. So Bittering Thorns, Chase the Tail. Bittering Thorns is the only card that isn't 100% like stock from what I can tell. Everything else is pretty generalized. Command and Conquer, maybe not so much. Tiger Swipe seems pretty normal. Bonds of Ancestry, everybody's playing that stuff. Okay, might as well block it out. Well, we just keep drawing Spinals, so why not just keep rolling Spinals? We can keep this card too. I think that's probably fine. We don't have any additional buffs now, so let's keep this. Actually. No, we can't do both. I was thinking about maybe doing this and just making it absolutely gigantic, but if we had an extra mana, I would consider doing that. Extra resource. I need to learn how to say these cards properly. I think it's Kakara. And then Kasaya. Kind of like Kasai, but put a ya at the end. Kasaya. This card in full art is so cool. It looks so good. Is it time? Is it time to get the armor? Because that would be unfortunate for me, keeping this card, trying to high roll the piss out of you. Alright, we just need to draw a blue and a pummel, and then, like, my life. I'm good. I'm set. Have everything that I could possibly want. Oh! Oh, you don't say! I do like this. Oh, you give me card. Yes. Oh, another one? Oh, I got 5 mites. This Concuss is about to go ham, bro. We're gonna draw the thunk. We know it's a blue. And then we're gonna crack back with this thing. Oh my god. Crippling Crush, but only 1 discard. This is still nutso. I love this. This is great. This deck is so fun. I don't care what people say. This deck is like B tier, which I don't believe it is. Even if it was, deck is so fun. This card is like so fun. I love playing this card. Oh, it's time. It's time to traverse. Alright, maybe not. Maybe it is. Oh, it's traverse time. Taking 9 to traverse. And then clap back for something really hard. They still have to discard. You know, 5-card hand. Or I guess 6-card hand turns into a 5-card hand. Still scary, but not that scary. Not as scary. Boom. See, look, if this was Thump, it would be honestly, it wouldn't matter. Like, nothing would change. Because we have the blue. Ooh, more Clash. Okay. The Mystic Tenets. Pitching a Chi, drawing 3 cards. Okay, do a little refresh. Dude, this this card is so nuts. I love this card. It's so strong. Oh, I never noticed. It looks like Victor is walking up the stairs. Have you guys ever noticed that? I know it's really tiny, but I'll make it full screen for you. Isn't that wild? Alright, sorry, opponent. We're gonna Clash of Might. Yep. Sick. So we got a Buckling Blow. We know what that is on top. Now we can test some strength. We'll keep a couple of these cards for obvious reasons, but Spinning Wheel Kick. Yeah, we're just do this. Draw the card. Draw the obvious card. It is actually very average size. What's average? What's average about it? I don't like it when you say that. Okay, so no combo, so we'll just give you the card that we drew. I do like the extra Clash cards to be able to kind of filter and see what's on top. That is what she said. Very annoying is what this is. They're going to keep a card because I don't have any extra stuff. I have to do this, right? Like, it's just guaranteed. Gotta happen. So, we'll give you this card, and we'll give you the stuff. There you go, buddy. Because we know it's an arsenal. And we're also going to get our own arsenal here. Yep. So, key point, because we have Tunic Counter and we know we have the extra, if you don't have your Pummel, you can always replace your arsenal here. So something to always keep in mind. There's a lot of things you can do with this gold, right? If this was a blue, it wouldn't be that great, obviously, and we would just pitch and we can keep the Tunic there. But because we drew this red, now we have an awesome follow-up turn, guaranteed, no matter what happens. The gold manipulation in these decks is really cool. You guys saw at the last stream where I played against that Max, I cracked like 4 golds. Keeping 1, finding the Golden Sun, and then barely winning because of it. Okay, so they're going to 8. Eating the arsenal. It was a Mauling Key. Okay, even more block cards. We love to see it. Alright, so Levels of Enlightenment. We're going to Preserve Tradition. This is going to double up on this for each blue card that you pitch this turn. Well, it doesn't double up. Actually, they would have to pitch another card. Yeah, I don't know what I'm saying. Anyway. So, putting card on the bottom. Aspect of the tiger. We are zinning. Is another aspect of the tiger. Probably not. Chase the Tail was banished. Okay, makes sense. We will trounce. Okay, yeah. It doesn't matter because you enter chi. Yeah, it doesn't matter. So we just block there. Call it good. Yes, we will target yourself. Boom. Cool. Mito, or the Concuss is actually pretty strong here. Maybe not as strong as just playing the Chokeslam, but yeah, that's what it was, because you can stack those as it's still on the stack, and then like get the extra mode of this card. Yeah, this card's very strong. Kakara. So Chase the Tail just gives a bunch of extra damage. This card is not amazing here, so we'll probably just end up block with the Concuss. because we just have so much crap. We're gonna block with Debilitate first. Still haven't seen a pummel. The power of the mites is just getting us there. Okay, aspect. Next crouching tiger is bigger. I think it's probably just better to play this, like I keep saying. Alright, we'll take this damage. There's no on hit, so. 4. Okay, I'll block here, because if they played, like, one last Command and Conquer, they can't, actually, it doesn't matter. 100 wins is fine, yep. We can take that. Okay, choke slam. Who needs pummel? Honestly, who needs pummel? When you can just generate all the mites. Honestly, this is probably a pretty decent budget deck too, if you think about it, right? Like, you can play Command Respect. You can play Concuss. You can just, like, cut the Command and Conquer. It's like, whatever. Command and Conquer is good. You gotta have Command and Conquer. But, theoretically, this could be like a pretty decent beginner deck if somebody wanted to put something like this together. Sick. Sick. Ooh. Free 4 block. Oh my gosh. And it's the Golden Sun. They're dead. Neat. Can we get greedy? I think we can. We can't get that greedy, actually. No, we're getting greedy. Fuck it. We're gonna kill him. Cracking golds for days. Uh-oh. I needed a blue. I needed a blue. Actually. Can I... How do I do this? I have to bottom this. And then just 7? Yeah, sure. This was a complete misplay, honestly. I guess I can hammer. No, I completely fucked up the last part too. Because I could keep the arsenal for this, and then no, it's just better to send 7 at this point. Yeah, Concuss is a new addition. I've just been playing around with it. Okay, yeah, they're just dead. They don't have anything. Alright, good game, good game. Again, who needs pummel? Who needs pummel? Alright, one more win to the tally board. Let's join this random dude. Okay. Generally, we want to go second. So, Captain Crunch, what are you going to do to us? Like I was saying, if they're on this combo stuff, generally you want to be playing all of this. It's going to make it to where your breakpoints are pretty crap. I could see a world, actually, where you could play Fist and Aegis, potentially. I'm going to do this, because this is fun. I like this. Oh my. We can test the strength and immediately visit Goldmane Estate. Don't mind if I do. Don't mind if I do. Unless they just don't do anything, that would be sad. More Dreadtide. I see. Guess we can, like, pitch one of these, play Goldmane anyway. Call it fine. Yeah, but all this makes sense. These are good options. These are all good. You have to pitch a card for it, though. It just doesn't, like, sit there forever, bro. Brother. Maybe a blue. Yeah, there you go. We figured it out. And then what if you attacked me? That would be cool. Oh, yes. Please. Thank you. Much appreciate. Oh, baby. Oh, yes. Don't take any of this out of context, please. Thank you. Appreciate that. Okay, we need a blue 6. Hopefully that's not too much to ask. Apparently it does. Then I guess I want to keep Test of Strength. I can arsenal one of these, so I guess I'll visit. We'll visit and see what happens. Hey, it's blue. That's good. We'll just hammer for 4. It's unfortunate, I know, but we have an arsenal target, and then we want to keep this card in our hand for obvious reasons. So, and they made a weird play, like just burning a Mordred Tide like that. Oh, see, this makes sense. I'm gonna pitch this now because we don't want this card in our hand anymore. Okay, let's go here, here. Arsenal that. Yeah, they're playing these defense reaction style stuff. Like, we don't want to. I'm gonna mess with that. This is a little awkward. Okay. Yeah, they're throwing me off completely. How weird. Guess I just give them a 3 block. They could flash in something with Spellbound Creepers, which would be kind of gross, but then I can completely turn off their Arcane potentially by just pitching and over blocking. Okay, Revel in Runeblood, that's fine. Ooh, it's pretty good. But they have no floating here. So there's a couple of lines that you can do. So this is 5 rune chance plus 4 damage. So it's still kind of awkward. So I take 9, go to 31, send Spinal, get the value off the mites. I think I'm just going to do that. Oh, it was 40. See, Talish are always messing me up. So it was 6 rune chance. But this will, they literally can't do anything from this. Like, this is just it for them. At least for next turn. Yeah, we're getting some armor. Hmm. So that mean we're getting 2 cards and you're doing nothing anyway? That would be crazy. Crazy. The way their deck plays, they have to have 3-card hands. They just don't. Just can't do anything with it. Mid-range. Why do you have to be mid-range? Uno Mas. Uno Mas, please. Sometimes Flesh and Blood plays itself. Because I know exactly what they're going to do at this stage. Alright, I have no idea what they're going to do anymore. Okay, they're doing the same thing. The pass button is on the right, brother. Oh no. Wait. All over again. Are we getting crushed anyway? We're blocked in the same way? What is happening? Okay, they passed. Oh my gosh. They bottom the card. I don't know. I don't know. Can't tell. None of this makes sense. Okay, Sonata, this makes more sense. I see this now. Sonata, if it replaces itself, which it didn't. No, it didn't. Okay, Mordred Tide. You're gonna play an attack? Oh, another one. Wait. So they got a Vexing Malice. Vexing Malice comes in for 3 if it's red. I have to block it anyway. What is my arsenal again? Oh, it's a Zealous building. Yeah, I'll pay. And then I'll block with this card, I guess. So this turned into a 3 block effectively, which is pretty neat. Pretty neat. Alright, smack them. This is just damage, so I wouldn't be surprised if they just like took literally everything. That is one downside to playing the playing against the mid-range. Is that because we have so many literally just damage things? They do damage better than us a lot of the times. Unless we get average turn cycle value a little bit higher because of our block cards, but we already pitched one because I noticed that they were playing defense reactions, so I was like, okay, we just pitch this, deny them the value off of the defense reaction. If they do decide to start making things, okay, that's fine, I'm going to pay for it. I have a lot of defense reactions. Oh, yeah. I like this one. This one's good. This might be a new Viscerai player. Does it say any attack? Attack action card. If this hits, this gives a rune chance. They don't have an arsenal, which is kind of like annoying. I'll just pay the 1. I'll take that one. I'm going to give up. Oh, it's more because of the runic. We get this. I don't want to get rid of my tunic now. That wouldn't be very good. Give them a rune chant to start off with. And maybe Live Late is so hard to play around. Sometimes. Oh shit, I don't even have that. I use the tunic, guys. Like, Jesus Christ. What a misplay. Okay, complete miss, which is great. Wait, it's not a miss. It was a Dread Triptych. Jeez. Cards do look kind of the same. Okay, Tome. Are we getting lucky? They did not get lucky. I love this card. This card has always been really cool to me. It's not particularly, like, insane, but it's very neat. Okay, so it makes it, if you've dealt Arcane, if this hits, create a Rune Chant token. We're just in such an awkward situation. Them not doing anything. Sure. They're still sonating. Getting their dread triptych. Okay. Now we're gonna pay. Happy to pay. Bro. You have got to play your stuff. What do they want to tell me? I don't know what they're saying. I'm so confused. I don't know what's happening. Okay, so this makes 2 rune chance because they played an on attack and wait. Yeah, and then the Whisper makes it. Yeah, sure. Okay, we take 4. They have 3 damage ready to go. We can Command and Conquer pummel it. Yeah, I'm just gonna take it. I don't want to think too much about it. Because if we take tempo here, that does feel pretty good. Because we haven't seen ease track and we can finally use these shit Snapdragon scalers. We got a card. Not the best trades, but it's fine. Very, very awkward game. Alright, gonna miss this one too, huh? Ah, I got him. This card is so risky. So risky. The card's very good, actually, but right at 50-50. Okay, yeah, if you're like counting, then sure. It's like fine. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Then they attack with their sword, maybe. I'm okay taking some of this. They do attack with the sword. Okay. How many gold do we have? We got a few. Just block with this. Serve a little bit. Here. You don't have a 6? There's no shot you have a 6. So that was at, what was that? 23. They dealt turn cycle of 23 to 15. Let's get a room chance, so 8. 9. 9. So we're presenting 12 here, so this is fine. Then we'll send 6. Yep. Okay, got him down to 5. Feels good. Alright, need a test of strength, not a test of strength. This does send lethal. Oh no. They could also send lethal. Yikers. A weird, like, aggro-esque matchup we got going on. Alright, they could just, like, explode us here, which would suck. Okay, maybe force a discard or like a block from us. 2 block themselves. 3 block. So 8 virtual alive. We have 16 virtual alive, so a little bit double. 3 guaranteed damage here, getting a shrill. So this is 10, pushing us to 5. And they attack with Nebula Blade, right? Pushing us to 1, so we can't do anything. They can't. They can't now. Okay. So if we do this, pay. Don't want any of that. Then we just take this. Yep. And we're going to take the guaranteed line here of just send 7 into send 6. As weird as this game has been, we surprisingly got there. Because I don't think there's like any way they can get around it. Yeah. We send 6. They can't really do anything with a 2-card hand very well. Oh wait, it's only 4. Oops. Okay, regardless, we would have them at 1 instead of 3, which is a big deal, but look at that. Test of strength. Perfect timing. Okay, so if we draw a card, let's see how crazy we can get here. Can we get some more go again? Oh, yeah. Okay, I'm going to draw another card. So against OTK Viz, you still have block cards in the 60. I think it's like the only other card it could be realistically is like Chokeslam. So I'm a little undecided on it. I think this is to me is just kind of a hedge thing, and you can pitch stack it. And if you somehow don't just explode, then you really do want this card for your second cycle, like to try to finish off, right? That's kind of my thought process, but I could be wrong. I have cut them all in the past, as if I'm playing against like Kano. What are you doing with your creepers? What are you doing with your creepers? Oh, okay, yeah, draw 2 cards would be pretty good here, yeah. Oh, rip. All right, we got there. We got there. That was weird. That was a weird game. That is not a super common game that we're gonna see. Let's do you. What do you have? Oh, never mind. Take me home, country road. We're not gonna go open format because people do some like weird stuff there sometimes. Like I've seen people play 20 Phoenix Flames, 20 like Phoenix Forms, and 20 Rising Flame, I think is what it's called, whatever. Like just doing stupid stuff. Like literally a waste of time. It's funny, but you guys don't want to see funny. I'm not memeing here. We're testing the goods. Testing the concuss and the cast homes. Ooh, a mirror. No, people. Okay, please. 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 No. Okay, I'm just gonna do my own. Join me. Undefeated in the day. Deck goated. I think I have my stats on here as well. I was doing a little bit of practicing. I think maybe this is the wrong deck. No, this is right. I played against Betsy 3 times. One of my buddies was testing Betsy. He's very good Guardian player, so it's fine. Enigma. I don't know why there's 2 losses here. I think it was only 1, but they were on the Iris build, so that was just like hard in general. Then Dash. The Dash, I lost every clash, weirdly enough. So that's why I lost that. So there is like random variance in this stuff, and then this is the Azalea I was talking about. So realistically, like this is not common. This is also not common, and then the Azalea is not common. So this could be all green, assuming little variance or average variance, I guess. Oh, it's private. Thank you. I was like, why is this taking so long? Did I change it? Am I nuts? I think I changed it. It's still in private. Golly. Okay, I think we're good now. Cool. Azalea. So again, Azalea, we already talked about it. Playing all the blocking equipment. And we're playing none of the 2 blocks besides the pummels because pummel is sick. I love that. Pummel is good. It's very good. Ooh, Command and Conquer Pummel, turn 1. Oh, Sandscarvo. That one's a little bit harder. Long Draw Half Glove. Destroy this, put 2 cards from your hand and or arsenal on the bottom of your deck. Your next arrow gets +4. This card is very good against Warmongers. This card is also quite interesting. The reason I actually think this... Oh, no. Oh, not like this. Heatseeker me. No, please. I have a family. Oh. Prismatic Leyline. Holy moly. But yeah, so like this deck, they can like very consistently dominate things, and then they have these like nutso on hits. I really think this deck is super interesting. But we have the combo of our own ready to go. The other card too, a lot of times they play the full recursion package. They play Memorial Ground and whatnot, and they'll play their Judge, Jury, Executioner. And obviously they're playing Nox, so they can get their 1-up Legendary a little bit easier. But they can just chain those. Also, Barbed Undertow is disgusting in this deck. And it is like, those cards specifically, just having more relevant on-hets into Guardian is fucking crazy. Here you go, buddy. They're like, fuck. He had it. Given the armor immediately is kind of surprising. This has Battle Ward, though. They get to use this whenever they want to. Oh, it is time, young one. Oh, never mind. Maybe not. Maybe not. I guess I'll take a Command and Conquer. That card good. I don't want to get rid of my visits. Visits so strong. You're bolting shotting me? Bolting shot. I'm just gonna trounce this here. I'm actually okay with the blood rot because I'm probably still gonna play this because I get the ponder, but I want to be able to play the visit and then have another arsenal target. Actually, I should probably block one of these because I get a freebie. Showing that, getting this extra stuff, that's fine. Well, the extra blue is fine, honestly, because I can pay for the blood rot. It's pretty good. Okay, so we needed the gold. We're gonna pitch. Not pitch at all. We're gonna play this for free. Okay. How bananas am I trying to get? Uh-oh. Well, we won the game. Uh-oh. They said, never mind. Their hand was pretty good, though. It's sad that they didn't want to continue. Another one. I think their deck is cool. I think the deck is super, super neat. I don't know about Prismatic Leyline, though. That card seems like a stretch in that deck. Big dub. You know. You know it. So that become my favorite, and watching you play Victor is hilarious and awesome. You always make him look so sick. I appreciate you, Sam. I miss you. Oh, we're fucked. No. Okay, we'll try. I'm preparing myself. Hold on. Don't clip that. Spread my cheeks for Kano Daddy. Sando Nando. Oh, we're fucked. We're fucked already. No. Sure, dude. Sure. Give you one cranial. Oh, Cindering Foreskin is ready to happen. I'm still paying. Wow. Wow. Everything? Literally everything? That sucks. That sucks for me. Okay, fine. We're gonna do this, and then we're gonna die. A horrible, gruesome death in the family reunion house fire. Alright. I gotta... Fuck. Okay, Aether Spindle. Nice. Nice. What to do about this? I'll pay one, I suppose. Yikers. Yikers. Buff power. I still rock. Sick. That's what matters. Cindering Foreskin. I hate it. My foreskin. No. Oh. Only pot time. Okay. Okay, fine. I see you, Kano. And I'll raise you. I guess I'll pitch this. Haha. Command and conquer. I have 2 floating to AB you. Big brain. Gotcha. Oh, pummel. Pummel? Oh, nope. You're going off now. Great. See ya. I didn't want to play this game anyway. Uh-oh. Kindle. They have cards in hand. Oh, I guess it doesn't matter. Here, I'm going to do that. No, no. No, he's rag-hatting. Oh, we're fucked. Uh-oh. Well, I can only AB one anyway, nerd. Oh, fine. Fine. I'll let you undo. I'll pay one. Just the one, though. That's all you get from me. I'll pay one. All right, good game. Nice knowing ya. If I had one more. It's turn 4. All right, we lost. We knew that though. We were sacking the Kano game. Oh, KO. Hey, we want to see this one. I want to go second. Every time I go second, though, I always get cast bones until I see red and my eyes cross, and then I pass out. That's what happens every single time. So get ready. I'm literally, if I get cast bones turn 1, I'm ending the stream. I'm just kidding. I'm not doing that. I'll want to. I am not going to Nats, unfortunately. We had a family thing planned since last year, and Flesh and Blood loves to do this thing where they announce something like 2 months in advance. And yeah, so that's been my life for a long time. You're wondering how I got here. Well, here we are. I would love to go. But it is not in the cards. Okay. Jesus. We're doing this now? Ah. Turn 1, Blood Rush Bellows. Okay. I mean, what do I do? Okay, you're going to go Claw into other big fat attack, which is fair. I mean, like, I could give you 2 cards. I can give you this and armor. Like, fuck, dude. I'll give you the armor. Just in case, like, I end up drawing a Golden Sun or some stupid thing. I'll give you 2 cards, 3 cards, 3 cards. Some Gogan shit. You have 2 action points. You're just going to be able to, like, fucking destroy me. Okay, well, that's not a brute attack. Got him. Got him. Oh, you drew another Blood Rush? Ooh, it sucks to be KO. You can hug me next time. I'll be at the next major event. Just for you. Whatever that next thing is, I don't actually know, but I'll be there. Okay, this hand does not much, but we're here. We want to keep this. We could play this. We could do the thing and play this. I like doing that. Okay. We just play 7. We pummel it, obviously. Just kidding. You can't do that. Don't try to pummel your E-strikes, people. That's cheating. I had an Oldham player in Blitz try to do that to me. And I legitimately think that they totally forgot about it. I do. Because their interaction. But if they did that, I would have lost the game. And it would have hit me. I would have been like, bruh. But Blitz is one of those formats where you just die out of nowhere anyway. Oh, dude. And we get... What the fuck is this? Oh. Okay. That's a big boy. God damn. Huh. Damn. You thick boy. Hmm. How crazy am I? Do I just want to, like... I want the Arsenal, I think. Yeah, I'll keep the Arsenal. 3 damage for the Arsenal. If I draw another pummel, that would be pretty cool. But we are going to Golden Sun here. And just throw a pummel on top of it, because why wouldn't we? Gotta be KO, right? You know how KO beats chest? 1 arm, right here. That's what he's doing. Ugh. He's not going to use this arm. Doesn't exist. This arm, right here, over the pizza. I need to not forget to play pummel. Hold on. Oh, they could Scowling here? Man, you can tell I haven't played against a KO in a little bit. Oh, they're not going to Scowling. Okay, whatever. Still going to blow you up, buddy. If I played it from hand, they would be pissed. They'd lose their mind. They'd probably concede the game immediately. No, he had it. That's what's going through their head. No, I'm at 22. Fuck. Watch, I'm gonna draw some. Don't worry, KO. I'll help you out when I draw some Clash cards, brother. I'll give you all the free shit. Yeah. What card are you getting rid of, buddy? You're like 10. I can present more damage than that. Madcap muscle. Ooh, yeah. There's one of those class cards I was talking about. Those bad boys right there. Ooh, wee. Claw me up. Hey, you know what they're gonna do here? They're gonna pitch one of those cards that do a little discard action, little discard effect. And they're probably gonna command and conquer me. So I'm gonna say no blocks, no thank you, appreciate it. Oh hey, that's wild. That's wild, dude. I couldn't see that coming. Oh, it's a pulping. It's not a command and conquer. Oh well, I still wanted to arsenal this thing. I think. Yes, that seems good to me. I would like to do this, and then you should use your scowling because I could pummel this, and you would be really sad if I did that. Yes, that should be the action. It should be scowling fleshback, apex bonebreaker, and then a 6 from hand, and then you have nutso turn back, and then I die. Unfortunate for me, but hey, that's okay. Living a hard guardian life. Where our 3 card 9 is the best we got, bro. This is so bad. 3 card 9 is so bad. It's so bad. I remember when we thought 3 card 10 was good. It's fine. But we're doing 3 card 11, 12, and sometimes 13 in this deck. Oh, yeah. Here it is. Here it is. That's fine. We knew that was going to happen. We were hoping to get a card, I guess, but. Oh, well. Ooh, a trounce. I can't wait to lose this. Uh-oh. I can't wait to make their next turn better. It's gonna be sick. Oh, God. We are balancing, though. That's pretty cool. We're gonna draw our shitty miss. It's gonna be like a ooh. If it's a pummel, it's actually good. So we strategically miss on purpose to get a pummel. Mm-hmm. Because we have full control over our misses, right? Okay, this card when you play this if you've discarded a card with 6 or more this turn. Yes, I have. Oh my God, it's giant. All right. I'm ready. Oof. Missed one. Missed that one. Gone. We're gonna say no. Oh, it's a golden sun. It's golden sun. It ties. It ties. Hey, that's pretty good. Hey, better to tie than to straight up lose. It was just a 3 block. Okay, I'm gonna crack this. And I'm gonna draw this bad boy. They discarded that. I guess they were gonna play that, and that kind of sucks for them. I guess they claw, they arsenal. What do they do? Oh, we just have to play this, right? So I'm just blocking with these. I can give steps here. I can give steps here. Yeah. I needed to win that trounce to win this game. All right, for 5. I'll take 5. Yep, makes sense. Makes sense. They were trying to command and conquer. All right, now this is still threatening the pummel. What are you to do, KO? I think I would much rather have Humble in this matchup. It would be so much better. Okay, 2 cards. Hey, 2 cards. No. Oh. See, it doesn't do the same effect when you're not in person. You about to take that counter. Just kidding. Hey, Trounce, we're gonna make it better again. Boy, oh boy. Oh no, you douche. What to do? If we block this, and I guess, because I want this. I want to win this really bad, and we're probably not going to. Win the first one. Oh, we can do it. We can do it. Target ourselves, please. Oh no. Oh no. Well, at least we know we have a pummel next turn. Oh well. Man, can you imagine? This would be coming in for 10. They'd have to give more than 2 cards. They'd have to give at least an armor piece. Damn. Hey. Risk it for the biscuit sometimes, right? Ooh. They said, I want the apex. They said, prepare yourself. You fucked up, boy. Give me a quicken. You're dead. They're gonna run me, get another agility. I'm gonna cry. But I have a tunic counter and a pummel. If I just don't die. Oh, my hand sucked. Whoops. 1, 2. Buckle my shoe. This is for you. Nope. That's it. Claw me. Claw me, Poppy. Yes. You're the man. I didn't want that card anyway. Okay, so there are other Blood Rush Bellows on the bottom of their deck. So we know that for a fact. Maybe they're not on cast bones. Can we do it, guys? Oh, boy. Uh-oh. It has Dominate. All right. I can't wait. Please? No. At least we tied. What did I reveal? Buckling Blow to Bear Fangs. Yeah, makes sense. I guess I can pummel this Concuss. That'd be pretty good. All right. Claw me, do nothing else. Don't, nothing, please. I feel like we're so far behind. We needed this pummel way earlier. We also needed to win one of these. Would have been a big deal. I don't know if Concuss is it, guys. I don't know. I wanted it to be it. I like this card. Reminds me of the Dark Souls dude. Sigurd of Katarina. The Onion Knight. Or I guess in the Elden Ring they have the new guy that's kind of like the Onion Knight. He got big onion style armor. He has like a helmet that's kind of similar to that. Oh, bro, no blocks. Easy. Thanks. Oh no, they're doing more. Oh. Yeah, that's lethal. Yeah, that sucks for me. I guess I can still do the. Fuck it. All right, we'll do the armor. We're already losing. Keen for that. Yeah, same. That comes out. I'm gonna lose to Reckless. I don't care. This game is so over anyway. We'll give this. This is the most obvious pummel in the world. In the world, bro. But like, I literally can't do anything else. Like just playing defensively this game. Like they'll just keep tearing me up. So I think Humble would have been very strong. Humble also works well with trounce technically because it makes it to where their stuff doesn't count as bigger, so you can win your trounces more often. Okay. I'm switching it back to Humble after this game. Tired of Concuss. Some goofy shit. Alright. Reckless Swing me. Do it. I am going to Crippling Crush them right here, though, which is kind of cool. I do like Crippling Crush. Alright, so now they're going to 2-card Big Dick me. Uh-oh. 9? Yeah, that sucks for me, yeah. Oh, damn. Alright, there you go. Alright. Lethal. Lethal. Give me 1 card, please, maybe. That would be appreciated. I'll draw some Tester Strength soon. Don't you worry. It's coming. Yeah, new Elden Ring DLC is going to be my life for a little while. I'll still stream, but Elden Ring, I'm ready. I'm so ready. There it is. We found it. And we could chokeslam. Oh. We might not be out of this game just yet. Unless we get Reckless Swinged. 7. Ooh. Just do this. Can I win one? Oh. Oh, wow. Wow. That's pretty cool. So I'm gonna go Tunic, Chokeslam. Let's do the math real quick. So I think we are forced to make the play to play a Spinal because it forces 2 cards plus their Tunic, which could really mess up their hand. So yeah, this was actually a really big draw, funny enough. Chokeslam would have been fine, but actually getting the 9 matters a lot. Mm-hmm. Yep. Okay, so they are also at 1. Okay, this hand sucks. Actually, it's not the worst. Does it matter? Yeah, I guess it does. I'll target myself. Oh, I got a fuck yeah. This. Oh, bro, we're winning this. There's no way. We're not winning this. Oops. Okay, we could win this. We could win this, right? How many goals we got? We got that. Just get this. This. Yeah, I think we just do that. Send 4. This gets 2 cards. We'll arsenal the pummel. Set up for next turn. Their 2-card hand is probably 6. Maybe it's 8, which would be very good too. But we can, as long as they don't have a. This game is a roller coaster. Holy shit! As long as they don't have Reckless Swing, like we definitely have game here. And they would have played it by now. We haven't seen them pitch any, right? Like obviously it's not here. Yeah. This is sick. They're cutting Reckless Swing. I'm feeling pretty good, bro. Feeling pretty good. And that's okay, Mr. Barcode. You can think all you need. Oh, you guys don't see the chat. I'm talking as if they know the chat. Like, because we have our chat, our YouTube chat, over the actual Talishard chat. They're saying, like, thinking and whatnot. And I'm like, oh, yeah, okay. You guys know. You see what's up. Add to arsenal. Yep. Oh. Oh. Does nothing card. Riled up, baby. Dude, I'm like so greedy. I want to play this, but there's actually no use to playing this. So we're just gonna send 4. We could have sent 3. See how they block. There's like no way they don't like give it, right? Yeah, they don't look like they have reckless, so we just got there barely. That's wild. That's wild. That was a crazy game. Just keep it up. Keep it up, bro. Okay, so against Enigma, I keep going back and forth, right? I think we want to go first. I think. Because we get to set up an. I'm going second. Yeah, the game was wild. Game was wild. All right, so yeah, we're doing this cool stuff. We're playing Vambrace. I don't know why I have Gauntlets on there, but yep, those cards up. Okay, dude, we got there. We got there. Yeah, that was a cool game. Tell all your friends. Come watch me. That should be my reward for winning that game. That was a good player too. They're not doing anything? Really? I guess I'll since. Okay, yeah, they're doing something. Pitch a blue card, Waxing Spectre. Do you attack me? I hope you attack me. I get a trounce off of that, and that'd be pretty sick. Nice. Thanks, buddy. Aw. It's more. I hate it when it's more. I should give 2 cards. I should give 2 cards here. This is a big number, though. But it's really hard to play, so we'll just do it like this. Okay. Oops. Sorry. I'm going to say yes, and we're going to target the opponent. Because anytime they show their shit, it's just like, okay, whatever. Like, it's a free situation there when you get to bottom their things, because they have so many little, like, 7s. I guess they get to play Bastion, and they get to play, the thing. Whatever that card was that I bought them. But we're showing out muscle here, which is actually pretty strong too. So I think I'm pretty happy with if I do this, draw a card. It's an 8. I can Snapdragons immediately. Don't really want to do that. I think I just want to outmuscle. I know it like isn't doing a whole lot, but we just bottomed a 7, so the chances of them having another 7 can be pretty. It's probably pretty low. I've heard that a lot of Enigmas are starting to play a lot more attacks, like 6s and higher. But 7 is the only one that really messes us up here. And we want to have the Arsenal and Lightning Strike. And that's a big deal. Cool, cool. Okay, so they're just sync bellowing, hitting this, and no damage to them. It's fair. Oh, I should have Vambraced. That was stupid. I had the extra free floating. I got to get used to playing this card too. It's been a while. I put it in Oldham with Anathos, but yeah, I could have put them at 33 this turn, which would be way better, obviously. Another Trounce. I do love Trounce. Pitching haze bending for that. I do love it when they pitch haze bending. Hate this card. This card is the fucking worst. It's so annoying. Attack. Attack. You have to attack. That's how it works. That's how this game plays, bro. If they live at 1, I'm going to be upset. Okay, Rage Spectre. Yep. Rage Spectre is the card on top. Get an extra resource. Oh, they have another haze bending. This is bullshit. Honestly, the worst. The actual worst. We're just going to bottom one of these. I'm going to say go again. I'm going the face at this point. Like, I have such a hard time trying to evaluate, like, where to swing the attacks. Obviously, we wouldn't do it on this one. But we have this extra stuff that I think 8 is probably just a little bit better going at their face. So, like... yeah, I don't know. It might be a mistake leaving this, but the games that I've won against Enigma have been me, like, just actually beating their face in. Because if you don't blow up their auras, like, they can't do anything. So, alright, we're going to do this now, because we're not dumb. We're not as dumb as we were last turn, at least. Put it that way. Then we're going to send 8 at their face, because I don't give a shit about this when I can send a big numbie. Get rid of your auras. Your ward are not welcome here. I got the Van Brace this time. Got it this time, Rob. I see you. See you. Making sure I don't fuck up. Yeah. What a guy. And they are tanking. Tanking on this card. Are you there? Hello? I'm not going to claim victory. I want to do that. Trounce is sweet for fueling Van Brace. I know. It's crazy. Trounce is like a card that has become... I used to only play it in like a few matchups. And then nowadays, it's like I play it into literally almost everything. Except for like the mirror. And Kano, I guess. But everything else is great. Card is very good. Very good. And the consistency is there too. We love the consistency. I'm glad. I like the energy of the chat too. The chat needs to be as energetic as me. Make me feel good. This is sick. Look at this. 23 to 39. See, you just have to feel. You have to feel it. Just feel. Oh. I don't feel it anymore. Probably gonna Arsenal this. I hate that. Don't play anything else. I have a dead hand. Please. I could crack a gold. But I also think that's kind of bad. I want to keep the gold for our thingies. This is the way every Enigma game should go. Okay, putting the +1 counter on this. Giving it go again. I do... That makes a lot of sense. They're going to play another aura. That's 100% what it has to be, right? Like a 0 cost, I mean. Because this is giving this go again. And for that reason, I think this is a hard block. I'm going to block with this. They also could send a 3 for 7, which, like, damage is damage at this point. If it is the 3 for 7, the Miraging Metamorph, it's good to block there on this chain link. I'm creating a Ponder token just for me? Oh, you're so sweet. I love it. Thank you. I'm gonna draw a block card. If I draw a blue here, so let's think about this a little bit. I think I'm willing to take the risk. Blue. We did it. I cat. Because now we can attack their face. Then, with the go again, we can command and conquer, and then we get the Ponder. We have to do it this way. And then the risk mitigation is there, because even if we draw a red, it's just like, okay, this sucks. We'll just pitch it, play command and conquer. We're not going to get a go again. We can arsenal out muscles. You get what I'm saying. But we want this. This is a big deal. Big deal. We want attacks into attacks. Clear their board every turn. 12 go again attacks. They're good. Just play them. Just play them. People tell I made I caught this card. Get out of here. This card's so good. It's so good. Oh. Oh. Oh, no blocks? Oh, fuck. Oh, wait. It's only 5. Oh, this has ward. I see. Yeah, I'm dumb. Okay, this is kind of heads up from them. I guess they needed to, like, use the card regardless. No defense reactions here. They are on sync below. We know that. Dissolve Reality is such an interesting card. You just gave me a free arsenal, though. I'm like, I'm your biggest fan at this point. I'm simping over Enigma because she gave me a Ponder. Big Dilf? I can be a big Dilf. I was saying big deal, but you know. I drew a red. This is great. It wasn't tested strength. That's where you want to be. Dude, this game is mine. It's mine. Will I win this? I hope. Not great. Okay, so Astral Etching versus Pummel. I'm okay with knowing about the Pummel, I guess. Just gonna play. I like the Pummel. I do like the Pummel. Pummel's good. Oh. Let's leave it on top. Vic gives big Dilf energy. Facts. Facts on facts. Also, Vambrace with Spinal. Oh, that's good stuff too. Holy shit. All right. Vambrace is starting to you know, give me a little feelings. Bit ballsy into an onboard Vambrace. Yeah. I mean, that's fair. It's definitely fair. I could have done that, but it's better for me to just send the 6. Like, that was guaranteed. Wasn't gonna do it any other way. If my card was a blue, it actually would have been insane. Yeah, the Vambrace would have been nuts. Let's crush this Enigma. Vambrace over termination. I'm gonna get you, Big Tom. You're gonna get wrecked. Bop, 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 bop. Oh, yeah? Take 8, brother. 8. Oh, no. They're not pitching a Chi, though. I got them. Yeah, you're not protecting your shit. Not today. Not today. All right. Oh, it's time, is it? How do we play this, actually? It's probably just going to be Anathos. So we visit Goldmane. I think we just have to visit Goldmane. There's no other way. Free extra draw. I like extra draw. We have to pitch the Rouse so we can make our Anathos a little bit bigger. Unfortunate. How many of these have we played? Not enough. Um, hmm. This is a weird situation. I feel like the correct line is to just hammer for 4. As shit as that sound. Uh, or I can just pass priority. But pass priority, what is that? Arsenal this. I keep this in hand. Pretty bad. Not big on having this. God, this feels so bad. We know they have reacts though. I'm just gonna pass. Very weird. Genuine question: are you enjoying this fab meta currently? Feel like it's super fun if you don't take it seriously. Yeah, I can see that. I personally am enjoying it because I enjoy playing Victor. I think he's fun. But if I was like just sweating my balls out trying to like learn Zen like everybody and their mother, then it would be it probably wouldn't be as fun. Like they've transitioned the game to a state where it almost doesn't feel like traditional fab anymore. But I'm not saying that's a bad thing. Motherfucker. You piece of shit. God. Yeah, I thought about the Pommel's Elves too, but like I wanted an Arsenal. Dissolving reality, bro. Okay, so the Pummel Hammer for 10, that would not be a thing because this doesn't turn on Amathos. They want to take a card from my hand. This pops that. That's fine. Okay, I'm praying. Always feels like you were in it. Can also feel like you got sacked. Yeah, it's the game. This is the way I feel about it, just in general. When the game first came out, for the most part, it was pretty much like very skill intensive, very deterministic in a lot of ways. And the person with just the better fundamentals usually won. Whereas now, the game has introduced a lot of swinginess. Like Victor in general, obviously, is very swingy because of the blocks and the clashes. Like you have to play misses. There's no other way. Like this, I could have easily gotten fucked here. Like easily gotten fucked, but I didn't. So I got a little lucky, right? So, and because of that reason, that gives me a chance into any game. Like I was playing Max the last stream, and I was like, I lost this game. I gotta crack all these golds. I drew a golden sun and I fucking killed him just out of nowhere. So sometimes that's just how it be. All right, so we're going to attack here. And now Anathos is only 4. So this is one thing I'm not huge on for this card is because it's a 2 cost. It's just like the consistency with Anathos is kind of mid. So I think the way that I want to play now with this deck, if you guys are taking notes, is from the original list, cut Debilitate. I'm going to Vambrace here. Because I have the extra tunic. Vambrace is really good in this matchup. The more and more I play it, the more and more I understand why this card is like a big deal. But what was I saying? Oh, yeah, if you're taking notes, so cut Debilitate, add Humble, or something along those lines. Just have something better to do, better 2-card hands against Brute. This card is playable with mites, I guess. It's actually very playable. So this fucking guy. I guess I'll take it. I want to pummel this disable if at all possible, but what I can crack a gold. If I draw a blue, then I definitely can do it. If I don't draw a blue, then I can still play disable. And, okay, yeah, great. Sick. All right, so we do this. Yeah. I can see where you're coming from. Victor is, like, I played some other decks, and I've been kind of, like, messing around with stuff. And Enigma's, like, fun enough for me because I feel like I'm just playing, like, a big dumb Guardian defense deck. But drawing cards and this, like, Visit Goldmane Estate card is so stupid fun. This card is just, like, nutso bananas fun. Yeah, it's very exciting for the swing. Yeah. So when you're playing, and because of the swinginess, like, it feels worse as a competitive player, honestly. Does that make sense? I'm not going to give up the game or anything like that. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm not, like, trying to badmouth it, but it's it's definitely a lot less likely for, Michael Hamilton, for instance, to go back to back to back wins, or Brody Spurlock to go back to back to back wins. Those are great players, just example, and they keep doing it, but the consistency isn't all the way there. You still have to get a little lucky, right? All right, this will be the last game. I gotta get ready. Me and the wife and the baby are going out of town, like I was talking about. So we're going to be out of town next week. So there will not be a stream, but hopefully you guys are itching and ready to go after Nats is done. Just hang out and play some cards. Okay, so not big fan of this. So I could go with, undo this. I'm just going to swing 4. For you two. Last few streams, I've seen you beat Enigma on, like, over 30 life. That's fair. That's fair. There's been some matchups where it's like it felt hopeless, but obviously, like, every time I'm on stream, I just happen to, like, get there, which is pretty funny. There's so many strong heroes too. You can win with anything. Here's a thought. Are they strong, or is everything just sucking compared to the, like, old stuff? Okay, so this is 7. Bro, I'm so in. Actually, I have to undo this block. I have to block this and then this, so the ordering is correct. Nice. Nice. So we go again with this. Like, what does that do for them? Nothing, right? Doesn't matter. Let's get rid of this. Let's just do go again. It's fine. 6 into 6. No, I think the answer is there's just a lot of strong heroes, just period. There's the inertia trap. Oh, that sucks. So now, honestly, it's not the worst idea to just go ahead and play or pitch stack this Command and Conquer. Because the inertia isn't amazing, but I don't want to just waste it. 2, 6, trap. So we knew about that. We already had talked about that. One thought is I could have played Command and Conquer, but they have Trench, so I'm sending 4 versus sending 6. I have plenty of Command and Conquers, whatever. They took the power of Chain and Prism and then split them among 10 heroes. That's fair. I fucking hate Prism. I hate the old Prism so much. Dude, Scar for Scar? Those cards. Gas, bro. Gas. So we can go again into Hammer for 4 again. I'll take this one because I want to block that one. I'm just going to get these 2 cards. I'll swing 4 back, and then Arsenal will disable because it has more relevant text than anything else. I play this matchup very mid-rangey. The Scar, that was probably a little great. I could have given some armor, but it's probably good in hindsight that I didn't, because I can give 2 cards to stop the Endless Arrow. Endless Arrow is worth 2 cards, I believe. Pitfall Trap. So if I pay 1, okay, I will pay 1. These cards suck. Good thing I'm blocking. This card also sucks because we don't have defense reactions. I got them. I wasn't going to do anything with that hand anyway. I was going to send 4 regardless. Man, I guess I would have sent 8. They did nothing. Murky Water. Playing multiple of those cards, huh? Test of Strength. Poppy. Oh, dude, they get go again on this shit? Absolutely. They do that, I'm so happy. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Hope you don't have me on speaker for your parents to hear. Can't be played from hand. This is one card from hand. They get a Blood Rot. So it's 3. So I take 4. But then I get to keep the cards. So this is 3 damage. Guaranteed. They don't have an arsenal, though. Fuck, man. This sucks. I want to keep this card, though. Yeah, I guess I'll just send the disable. It's fine. I'll take 3 overall. Damage. Damage. Intoxicating shot. Just nasty. Okay. There have been times where somebody's like hit me with an intoxicating shot and it's just enabled like some actual disgusting plays. Oh. Oh. Scar for a scar, baby? Fuck yeah. Test of strength. Uh-oh. Target myself. Yep. That's better. I don't like that. Stop. Stop it. I guess I'll get these. They're not playing a bunch of pumps, though. This is not a pump deck. Because it's not a pump deck, I think this is probably better. Because they might have a... No, their frailty is probably bottom because I think they trenched it. But I like this. I like this play. I will pay 1. 10 damage. You get rid of my Command and Conquer. That would be annoying with a frailty trap. But just we haven't seen many pumps, so I'm not going to play around that boulder trap. Sure. Put a minus counter on one of my pieces of equipment. Makes sense. And we took damage. Yep. No go again. Penalty trap doesn't trigger. Oh, holy visit. Yikes. How weird. I guess I'll give you this stuff. Because I like these cards. Might tokens. Can't trap me on these, boy. Cast all the homes. Yeah, they're all here. They're all here. Dad, I need lots of gold, thanks. Very mid-rangey Riptide. Very odd. Not used to seeing mid-range Riptide. So the way you would play around this, I'm being a little loose, but I think the best way is to just play like efficient mid-range. But honestly, they're kind of getting us like, they're ahead on deck size pretty well. It's not amazing for us. Okay, 6. Just have to give cards. That's not playable. The question is, do we think there's a blue underneath the concuss? Or I can just hammer. I'm just going to hammer, I think. Hammer for big number. It's good, but like, I guess none of the traps actually matter, right? Boulder trap. Okay, that one matters a little bit. Put it on my gauntlets, I suppose. Yeah. That one doesn't matter. Besides the damage. Sink below, sure. Do about that one. Yep. Drawing a card makes sense because they're playing Trench. Don't really want Concuss. Not a big fan. Spinal Time. Okay, so we have one more Command and Conquer, one more Pummel, or two more Pummel, which is good. D-React time. Take a couple. There's the other one. Honestly, I'm at the point where it's just like, bro, I should probably just fucking block with this. Rack the gold. Send the boy. Lots of armor. Plenty of life to work with. Okay, give one card, taking 2. No defense reactions on that hand. Trenching. Command. Has go again. Probably a Codex. Command and Conquer again. Oh, it's Murkmire. Or Murky Water. Okay. When this hits, you may banish 3 traps. Okay. Yeah, don't want that. I'm just going to block it out. Take an off turn. Fine. Probably close to having Pummel on top, which sucks, but like, whatever. We'll just crack the gold and get rid of it. Oh, okay. Or just don't have it. Okay, how many inertia traps? We gotta check that real quick. So, inertia. Honestly, probably fine just to send this. Because I think they're gonna inertia me. Inertia. Yeah. I'm gonna send this just for that reason. Because we're on turn 12. I guess they like they did shuffle their deck, so it's not guaranteed. I'll play this just because it demands, well, I mean, no crush effect is actually happening. Okay, nothing can turn these on, so they don't do anything. We are going to pay this with our tunic. So we want to arsenal this, keep this in hand, based on whatever they do. Okay, so doesn't have go again. They can't do anything with this. If we trounce here, then can we pummel? We can't pummel. As weird as it sounds, I think we might block with pummel. Okay, I have to draw a blue is the main thing. I could pummel and just kill. Yeah, we're going to do this just because it's likely. Yeah, okay. Well, hold on. I don't do that. Yeah, whatever. Missed the opportunity, I guess. I don't really care that much. Pummel is still good. I think it was more correct to maybe Golden Sun just because it's more damage. Oh, that sucks. Unfortunate. I guess this is better for like the Golden Sun next turn, technically. Got a little lucky there, I suppose. Let's give you these two. Yeah. We have other machos, so I was thinking about like trying to find a position to macho for free. Okay. Sounds good. Humble. These two cards. We're gonna hammer for 4. Alright, we are in a sequence where it's just back and forth like this. I don't believe they can fatigue us before we can fatigue them because of the nature of their health. Murky boy. They also have a remembrance in their deck. We've used all of the Golden Suns, actually. We can push one more damage. We just need one big thing. This is the big thing. Jeez. Oh, this is 7. Oh, because of the plus. Well, that makes me feel like I don't even want to use it. So go block with a defense reaction. If I block, I can tunic counter this and then next turn do something big. Maybe. I like that. Yeah, this is fine. Send 4. Force 2 cards. Big fan. They have no more buzz saws, and we got the macho, which is exactly what I wanted. That's fine. Take it. So this was more or less just a guarantee that there's no way they can actually kill us. Or like, wait on the fatigue. The dominate here, and then we'll pummel just to add insult to injury. Alright, good game, good game. Alright. That was fun. Okay, so let's review real quick. Let's go back to the deck list. So here what I believe that we should do collectively as a community. I think this is fine. I think Snapdragon Scalers is a little bit cute. You probably don't need it. But I think Concuss is actually too cute. I don't think you want that card at all. Same thing goes with the Clash of Might. Because of that reason, we want to add, I think Humble has a lot more play into Brute specifically. Just having better 2-card hands into them, right? And then the blue to replace it. So there's a couple of options. I'm very happy with either of these options. I think Wallop is fine because you do get random clashes sometimes, and you do get a free resource that can be somewhat important. It's not super critical. It's either that or Boulder Drop, and I think I want to try Boulder Drop next, just because it is a more relevant text. You are playing Visit, so like technically, if your hand follow up is like this for 8, like this is a demanded card no matter what, because the crush effect is so strong. So I think this is probably fine. I've always been a big fan of Wallop just because of its like inherent synergy, but this also, it's just good. It's just good. Nothing else about it. So yeah, balance. I like playing the Crown of Dominion. I don't think you need Crown of Providence if you're doing balance. I think that's just unnecessary. I think Band Brace is great. Weakest link. So okay, I will go over this one more time. So against Azalea specifically, you can think about this. So Humble has text against Azalea because it can technically stop them from just like consistently going like dominate. So the big thing that they do to kill you at this stage is going to be like dominate a fatigue shot or something like that, and you can't block it all because you used your armor to do a pivot, and they were able to pivot back and whatever, right? Some crap like that. This makes it to where you could have a relevant 2-card play, then the follow-up turn they do something, you block with the majority of your hands, send a command and conquer, and then they eventually will have, it'll give you a little bit of a reprieve, right? Where Weakest Link actually does nothing against that deck, period. It's good against Brute. Good-ish. It's okay against KO specifically. And Levia, I guess it's okay against Levia. Against Rhinar, not as much, but we're not saying Rhinar. It's decent against the Mystic decks, but we're going to notice something here. We already have so many cards that we want to play that you would have to cut literally Spinal Crush. Literally Spinal Crush to play Weakest Link, and I just don't want to do that. I think Spinal is better, just being a bigger card, and it's good with the Van Brace because you get the floating mana, right? So, yeah, bigger number, just better, generally. The reason we don't play Disable, in addition to all that, is because the on hit is kind of irrelevant because they have a lot of instant speeds. So, hopefully that makes sense. That's why I'm not the biggest fan of Weakest Link. I do think it's fine. The other thing about it too is that sometimes you play it and they don't care. They just don't have anything in their hand that it matters. And with Humble, it's like a guaranteed on hit no matter what, right? Now sometimes they don't have their chi, but if they don't have your chi, you feel good anyway, right? So you're fine. So yeah. All right, guys. Well, hopefully you enjoyed, and I hope to see you all back again. Not next week, but the week following. Wish everybody well at Nats. Everybody, give it your all. Have a good time, first and foremost. But get some good games in. And I'll be paying attention and seeing what's going on, following some people. I want to see some victors doing it. You know, take a list or a variation of this. Do your own testing. Don't take this as the gospel. There's many things you can do with this, but you know, do your own homework. Figure it out. You'll be fine. If you enjoy Victor as much as I do, then win or lose, you're gonna like it. But I'm gonna go through the through the sponsors real quick, just to give you guys some reminders of the wonderful people that are taking care of us and also taking care of you. Okay. Fabric.gg. Go here, check out all these different heroes, any decks that you want to play, right? So if we want to look at a Victor Goldmane, here we can see the most common cards that are being played. Here we have equipment. We can look at the attack actions, what people are playing here. We see Chokeslam is very popular. Spinal Golden Sun. Now, obviously, everybody's playing Golden Sun, right? Zealous Belting is very popular. We're seeing, okay, what hammers are people playing? Let's talk about that, right? So the weapons, it's Miller's is 71% of decks, which is very surprising to me. So maybe maybe this isn't the gospel, but it can at least tell you what people are doing and maybe give you some ideas. Like the most played actions here, you can see what's going on. Yeah, so this site is great. I like it a lot. Use it as you will to help you kind of make some informed decisions about the meta. Magnolia Gaming is still doing boxes for heavy hitters. Or sorry, not heavy hitters. What the heck am I talking about? New set, Misspell. And they're doing the Japanese boxes. So you guys, if you want to use our affiliate link and go here, get some Japanese boxes, get you some sick marvels. Helps us helps you out. This is a pretty good price, honestly. So, you know, go to them. And then Dragon Shield. Everybody knows Dragon Shield. We love Dragon Shield. Heck, I got some Dragon Shield sleeves right here on my desk. You're just laying around. The sleeves everywhere. Sleeves all over the place. I feel like a smothering in sleeves. But yeah. Again, good luck to everybody at Nets, and we will see you next time. And feel free to reach out to me on Discord. I'm happy to answer questions and love talking about Guardian and anything along those lines. So. The deck list is also in the Victor chat, in the Victor Discord, if you guys aren't familiar with that. I'm sure I can post a link or something like that, and you guys can go head over there. But I have the original deck list, the Cast Homes trademarked deck list here that you guys can copy paste, and it has the matchups in there as well. So, all right, see you guys. Peace.